Let me tell you something that happens to almost every eFootball player the first time they saw this 107 Gerd Müller card. They look at the rating, they look at the stats, and then they say something like, yeah, he looks good, but he doesn't look broken. And honestly, that reaction makes sense at first. Because when you compare him visually to flashy strikers in the game, Müller doesn't scream superstar. He's not tall like a target man. He's not insanely fast like Mbappe. He doesn't have crazy dribbling like a winger. But the moment you actually start using him in real matches, everything changes. Because this card is not designed to look scary. It's designed to score goals in the most ruthless way possible. And that's why this 107 Gerd Müller feels completely different from normal strikers. The first thing you notice is his 99 offensive awareness. And in eFootball, this stat is basically the striker intelligence. It controls how well a player reads the game, finds space, and positions himself before defenders even react. With Müller, this stat feels almost unfair. He doesn't just make runs, he makes perfect runs. He slides between center backs at the exact moment you're ready to pass. He always stands where rebounds drop. He sneaks behind defenders so smoothly that you sometimes don't even realize he's free until it's too late. It genuinely feels like he can predict where the ball will go. That's why he's called a fox in the box, because inside the penalty area he moves like a predator. Silent, patient, deadly. Now let's talk about the scariest part of this card. His 97 finishing combined with the phenomenal finishing skill. And this is where Müller becomes completely unfair, because phenomenal finishing changes how shots behave in-game. With this skill, Müller can score from tight angles, awkward body positions, and heavy pressure situations where most strikers would fail. You know those moments when you shoot, and you already expect the keeper to save it? With Müller, those shots somehow still go in. It feels like the game gives him extra accuracy and forgiveness, like he has hidden goal-scoring magic, and that's why he feels so different. He doesn't need perfect chances. He converts messy ones. Now let's compare him to one of the biggest strikers in the game, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is powerful, tall, explosive, and dominant in the air. He thrives when he has space to run into. He wins physical battles and scores spectacular goals. But Müller plays a completely different game. He doesn't rely on strength or height. He relies on positioning. While Ronaldo forces his way through defenders, Müller simply appears where defenders aren't. Ronaldo dominates physically. Müller dominates intelligently. And in tight matches against strong defenses, Müller often feels more consistent because he doesn't need space to score. Now compare him to Luis Suarez. Suarez is aggressive, creative, and loves to fight defenders. He dribbles, presses, and creates his own chances. Müller doesn't play like that at all. He doesn't waste energy trying to beat defenders. He waits, moves, positions himself perfectly, then finishes in one touch. That's why using Müller feels simpler and more efficient. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just feed him the ball inside the box, and he usually delivers. Another underrated strength of this card is his 98 acceleration. This makes his first step extremely explosive. Over short distances, he's incredibly quick, so when he makes sudden runs inside the penalty area, defenders struggle to react in time. He's not a long-distance sprinter. But inside tight spaces, he feels lightning fast. And this is exactly what you need from a true goal poacher. His physical contact and balance also make him surprisingly strong. With 85 physical contact and 90 balance, he doesn't get pushed off easily. He can hold his position while turning. He can shoot under pressure. He can stay stable even when defenders bump into him. This is crucial because most goals in eFootball happen while being challenged, and Müller thrives in these messy situations. Then there's his willpower skill. This is one of the most underrated abilities in the game. It activates during clutch moments, especially late in matches. When stamina drops and pressure increases, Müller stays mentally sharp. He reacts faster, he keeps fighting, and he doesn't panic. This is why he feels incredibly reliable when you desperately need a last-minute goal. He's a striker built for pressure. In gameplay, Müller feels very unique. He doesn't touch the ball often. He doesn't dribble much. He doesn't take flashy shots. But whenever he gets the ball near the box, something dangerous happens. Because his entire design revolves around one thing: scoring. Every movement he makes is focused on finding the fastest path to goal, and that efficiency makes him extremely deadly. What makes him truly special is his adaptability. He works in quick counter systems because of his explosive runs. He thrives in possession play because of his positioning. He fits crossing styles because of his timing inside the box. No matter how you play, Müller finds a way to score, and that versatility is rare. So why is this 107 Gerd Müller not normal? Because he breaks the typical striker formula. He doesn't rely on speed like Mbappe. He doesn't rely on power like Ronaldo. He doesn't rely on creativity like Suarez. He relies on something far more dangerous: pure football intelligence, positioning, instinct, and finishing perfection. He is the definition of a true goal poacher, a striker who doesn't need to be flashy, because he lets the scoreboard speak for him. And once you master how to use him, you'll realize something very quickly. You don't need many chances to win games anymore, because with Gerd Müller leading your attack, one chance is usually enough.